no, this is a seasoned journalist, very
Oh,
highly
yeah.
respected. This is
Yes.
an award-winning journalist.
Yes.
What happened there?
Shoo. Wow. So, South Africa obviously was going into the elections, right? And in these particular elections, there was no one who was predicted to get a majority, right? It was pretty much an expectation that most political parties were going to suffer badly at the polls, right? And that is exactly what went on to happen. But even we could not anticipate how bad it would be for parties like the ANC. You know, the ANC, just to give you an example, lost 72 seats in parliament.
Sure.
And 58 of those went towards MK. Kondo Wesizwe. And the others were distributed amongst the newcomers, the new political parties, right? So I did an interview with BBC, and it was just at that time when the GNU was starting to go into negotiations. There were those weeks where we were waiting to hear what is going to be the new face of our politics, given that the ANC needs to go into partnership strategically with other political parties. So when the issue of GNU came out, the BBC did an interview with me asking how were these parties going to get along given the differences in their ideologies. You know, the ANC is a very different beast from the DA. So I spoke about the fact that they are going to have ideological challenges, especially given the fact that parties like the Democratic Alliance still have remnants, you know, of people who came in from the New National Party. Even when the New National Party left and went to join the ANC, the people who don't resonate with the ANC, they stayed within the party, right? So I mentioned that in my BBC interview, and Helen Zille got very upset. She got extremely upset, and it happened at a time when she was particularly critiquing the coverage of Sky News, CNN, BBC. So it wasn't just in isolation, me, but she was critiquing the coverage of how the DA was being called a white party, a pro-white. Like, the reputation they have was just not great, and she was struggling to fight this. And here I come as a political analyst, and I'm like, I don't know how these guys are going to get along. And she says, no, man, who's this lady?